No one can do it for you. You have to find the answer yourself. You have to find that answer within. Yeah, your boy is back with the crazy fucking hair. Feeling fucking crazy. It's me. No one can do it for you. You have to find the answer yourself. You have to find that answer within. But I'm back to walking around the crib butt ass naked. But yeah, man, see if I can make this quick. So, I don't know if everybody's like this. Well, I know not everyone's like this. But me, seeking mentors or seeking help from other people or seeking help from outside, it's kind of a good thing and it's kind of a bad thing. Because one, you don't want to just be 100% a lone wolf. You do need to reach outside of yourself sometimes. It does save you a lot of bullshit and unnecessary turmoil. But now I'm starting to think maybe that's not even a good thing either. No one can give you the answer. Like, we're all searching for this answer. We're all trying to pretty much, well, not everyone, but me at least, and a lot of my friends. So it's like, you have this vision that you're creating, and you need to figure out how the fuck to do it. It's like this answer you're searching for. And, yeah, man, nobody's going to be able to give you that answer. Nobody's going to be able to actually help you. And what I'm noticing is help is fun and help is good and help is cool. But when people help you, it's like they're almost actually hurting you because you're making yourself weaker. Every time you accept help from someone, you're getting weaker. Because the real truth of life is, it's like, when you die, you're going to die by yourself. Or you're gonna be dying by yourself. People can't die with you, This life is actually alone, and the more you do things like fucking acid and mushrooms and psychedelics, or maybe ayahuasca, things of that nature, psychedelics, right? You'll have ego deaths and you'll realize, the way people say that God is one and God is everything, it becomes much more clear to you when you have that ego death. It makes a lot more sense to you because your ego will melt away and you'll feel that oneness. And you'll remember, like, all this other shit is an illusion and it's not even real. You know what I'm saying? What's really real is just you out here. You know what I'm saying? Where God experiencing the universe, experiencing this life, and it's just us. It's just you, it's just God. You know what I'm saying? And everything out in the external world is a reflection. It's a reflection and a symbol to reflect back to you so you can learn about yourself. And so you can come into certain understandings so you can raise your vibration eventually to go back home, back to being omnipresent. I know we're all trying to get back home and we're all trying to get back to God pretty much. We're all trying to get back to that source. Yeah, man, the thing is, it's just you out here. There's no one else out here to help you because it's just you. I remember when I had my first ego death and I was like, damn, how am I going to go back to normal life, like with this realization? Now that I've seen and felt my ego melt away and remember that everything is one. I remember I was tripping with one of my friends who was like one of my spirit guides, who's the only reason why I started tripping, because I would have thought that was some burnt shit before growing up. I thought that shit was burnt. I had this one friend who convinced me, changed my fucking life for sure. And then I became somewhat of a psychonaut. Which is a term for people who pretty much trip a lot. I've been on many trips. I've had many mushroom trips, many acid trips. I've never done ayahuasca or DMT yet. I used to feel like I wasn't ready. Now I feel like I'm actually ready. After I had my first ego deaths where like I was sitting there with my friend, I remember I believe this time I tripped mushrooms and acid together. I had like a tab and a half, and I had like 2 grams of mushrooms or some shit like that. And I was fucking tripping mad hard. I think they call that a hippie flip. But yeah, I was tripping mad hard, and this is one of the first times I had a really big ego death where like I'm talking to my friend, my spirit guide, shout out the homie, and we were like fucking completing each other's thoughts and shit. Like I was thinking thoughts and he was answering me out loud. Like I was thinking questions and he was answering the questions out loud. And I'm like, how the fuck are you answering that? He's like, I heard your thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And like, there was a point where I realized, like, I was looking at him and I'm like, bro, and I was tripping hard as shit. At this point, I was tripping hard as shit, and I was battling. Like, I was trying not to lose my mind. I was trying to hold on to my sanity and shit. So I was focused on that battle, and then at some point I looked over at him and I realized, damn, he's like me. This has all been an illusion this whole time. Like, that's not my best friend and my homie. That's like me, and like it's just a guide and like a symbol, fucking reflection out in the world of myself. Like, it's me. Like, the illusion of the separateness melted away, and that blew my mind. And I was like, and at first your mind fights it, because before we experience that, it's like, before we experience that, like, you have, like, there's other people out in the world, company, love, all that shit. And then it's like, bro, all this shit comes from within. It's like a realization, and your mind tries to fight it, that like it's a certain feeling of like loneliness to an extent, like, where, imagine it's just you out here, everything else is a reflection of you. And then once you have that realization, it can be pretty scary if you're used to like thinking like, oh yeah, there's my mom, my dad, my friends. Like, it's pretty unsettling if you before you come to this realization or have this feeling or sensation. It's unsettling to think like there's nothing else out there outside of you, because we are all a part of God, and the separateness is an illusion. So that's the reason why nobody's going to be able to give you the answer that you're searching for. Nobody's going to be able to live your life for you. You can have mentors, you can have people teach you and guide you, but it's all just you. It's all just you. At the end of the day, it's a lonely existence, and it's cool though, because you got to really learn how to love yourself to experience love from the world. A lot of people think they love themselves, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? If you're not experiencing love back from the reflection that is life, then you need to work on loving yourself more. Yeah, I just had this realization, it's a lot of crazy shit going on in life, and I'm just back to that zone. But this is my zone to be in. Like, unfortunately, it's really hard for me to keep long-lasting relationships. It's hard for me to have people around me 24/7. Like, I'm really good in doses type shit. Like, but when it comes to having people around me for an extended period of time, that's really hard for me. But I really thrive when I'm just by myself, because then it's just me and feedback. Like, it's just like a conversation with God in life. There's no in-betweens, and it's just there's no place to hide. There's nobody to blame. So it gets really real, and it's beautiful, man. And that's where I have the most growth and progress and success. I'm excited about this, but this is just a message I wanted to share. Like, yo, nobody has the answer. You got to find it yourself. So never believe that. Like, when you're looking online and people are like, oh, I could teach you this. I teach you how to have this life, da da da. Like, they can help you and they can guide you. But at the end of the day, you got to know, like, you have to find the answer for yourself. And you got to find that answer not outside in the world, but you're going to find that answer within yourself, in your mind. You're going to have to go deep within yourself to get the answers you're looking for. So yeah, I just wanted to share this message. Yo, I love you guys. And shit, I'm really starting to get much more comfortable on the channel with sharing shit. You know what I'm saying? Much more vulnerable, much more comfortable. I mean, I've said it before, like, I really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know myself and I know my value. So I don't mind being 100% transparent with everything. You know what I'm saying? Because I've thankfully for me, I've had enough experiences in life. It was actually just my birthday the other day. And shit, I'm getting fucking old. I'm an OG now. Like, I'm becoming an OG. This shit's fucking crazy. And I really thought, like, I'm type young, but I'm type old. And at the same time, it's like, I was just thinking about my life, and I was like, damn, I fucking lived a life already, bro. Like, I really lived a life, bro. Like, I've had a lot of fucking experiences and shit. And it just all starting to hit me, man. And it's all starting to come together, too. So I love sharing this shit on the channel, you know what I'm saying? And like I was saying, thankfully, all those experiences, like, I've been to the points where my family and everybody around me, and even me looking at myself, like, I looked down on myself, or like, I thought, everyone thought I was crazy. Everyone thought I was bugging, you know what I'm saying? And then I've had those moments, but I stayed true and I held the vision always, and I kept going my hardest always, you know what I'm saying? And I had those moments where I looked crazy, and I had the moments where, boom, shit flipped, and I was like, now I've been right the whole time. Now it's like, why the fuck were you ever doubting me? Why the fuck was I ever doubting myself? Of course I made it to the top. Of course I overcame. You know what I'm saying? Of course I made it to this new level. And now I'm going through that again, where I'm having to break through to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling all that same shit, man. I'm feeling like I'm looking at myself like, yo, you should be doing better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I should be a multi-millionaire. I mean, the takeover, man, I have such a grand fucking vision for it. Like, I'm talking like just crazy influence, crazy millions, fucking hundreds of millions, billions maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, just some really big shit. But one thing I know is that's how much of my soul and how much of myself I'm gonna have to give, and how good that all that influence and power and fucking ability to help people that I love around me, and help extend out past that, past my family, and just help the world as much as possible. As good as that will feel, I know I'm gonna have to feel the lows on to that same extent. And that when I think that thought, like, it's scary to me. I'm gonna touch back on this in another video. That's another topic. I'll put that one down because that's a really cool concept. Like, whatever you want, like, you're gonna have to give that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how much it's gonna cost to get that, because life is really fucking clear, and everything makes sense. You know, this is why you can never look at someone's success and be like, oh, they got lucky or this, that. You just don't know, and you just can't see what they actually paid for it. But life is, I think Ty Lopez, he has some quote or some shit. He says like this: it's like, the world is not crazy enough to reward an undeserving person, or something like that. Pretty much, it's like, you know, listen, man, nobody's got the answer for you. Stop searching for the answer outside, pretty much. You have the answer for yourself, and you're going to find the answers. Any answer to any question you have, you're going to find it within, and that's the only place you're going to find it. So, yeah. With that being said, baby, check out my fucking programs that I got. Borderline Anabolic, that's the workout program. Get your fucking body right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the most important thing, and the easiest thing to start with is getting your body right. You know what I'm saying? That trickles down to your mind, to your spirit, and everything. It's huge for you. So I got a program where I can help you lose weight. I can help you gain muscle if you're skinny, or I can help you tone up if you just want to get some definition. You know what I'm saying? It's really simple. I combine progressive overload with calisthenics, and then the third factor, the fucking X factor, tracking the fucking macros. Once you got all that shit unlocked, like, it's literally math, and you can have the body you want. You just got to stay disciplined, and then you'll learn traits that will just permeate throughout your whole life, man. Not like, it's much bigger than it looks. I always say this, but I have that program there. $250 for the month, $250 a month. Might do a special deal for like 3 months. We'll see. Maybe it'll be like $750 for the 3 month or something like that. But yeah, man, buy the fucking program. Keep watching the content. And the long form, one of them was like doing better, and now this is slowing down a little bit again. But I don't give a fuck, man. I made a commitment to myself that I'm gonna stay consistent. And shit, if anybody sees and it helps anybody, that's good. So I'm just hoping that it's touching the people, and it's resonating with some people, and it's really helping them. And as long as that's the case, like, I won. So love you guys. And remember, just to reiterate, you have to find the answer. You have to find the answer, and it's going to be within yourself. It's not going to be in the outside world, and no one else is going to give you the answer. You got to find the answer for yourself. You can fucking do it. We got this shit. Take over the world, baby. You know how we fucking rock. Ah!